Good morning, students. In today's session, we will continue with our Unit 1. In our Unit 1, firstly, we will cover differences between 2.x and 3.x. These are the main 5 differences criteria by which we can differentiate 2.x with 3.x. First is the division operator. In 2.x, there is no provision to get a float value when we divide 7 by 2. Okay, if we divide 7 by 2, then we will get the result as 3. But in 3.x, if we divide 7 by 2 or any value is there, this is just an example. We don't get any float value in the case of 2.x, but in the case of 3.x, if we divide any value, we will get our result in floating points. The second difference is print function. As print is a function, type of function in 3.x, but it is a kind of keyword. You are clear about the keywords. Keywords are the reserved word which is available in any programming language. This is a keyword in 2.x, but print is a function in 3.x. As when we are going to print any value, there is a print. We are considering print as a function. So to get print value, to get a string value, we need round parentheses or round brackets along with any string. But in the case of 2.x, this is not the mandatory condition to get the round brackets around any string. Fine. Suppose this is an example. I'm going to print the value hello. There is a hello that is written between the round brackets, and there is one hello which is written with space. It is mandatory to give space here in 2.x. In both the condition, I will get the result as hello and hello. But with the same thing, if I go with the 3.x, my result will be, if I'm writing in round brackets, then my result will be hello. But if I'm going to print hello with just a space, I will get one syntax error. This syntax is not accepted in 3.x. This is only accepted in the previous version. The next difference is Unicode. Basically, what is a Unicode? You are clear about the ASCII characters, that there are ASCII characters are available. ASCII uses 8 bits. 8 bits means 1 byte is available. And how many combinations are available? That is 2 raised to the power 8. How we will get the combinations are here? That whatsoever is the value of the bits, as the value of a ASCII character is 1 byte, that is 8 bit, we will give it as a power of 2. 2 raised to the power of 8. The answer is 256 combinations are available in ASCII characters. As the ASCII is concerned, we will get only the English language or some numerics are available. But as the other languages like Russian, Chinese, some emojis, this is not covered, some symbols you may say, this is not covered under the ASCII characters. This is covered under the Unicode. Okay. Again, I am repeating what is the difference between the Unicode and ASCII. ASCII accept only English language and some numerics. But in the Unicode, it accepts all the combinations of emojis, other languages, any type of language is there. It is accepted by the Unicode. Unicode means universal character set. Okay. This is basically how it turns your language into another language. Here there is one algorithm that is not much of your concern, that but I will tell you, Unicode use the algorithm that is UTF, Unicode transformation format algorithm, which converts your any language code. If you are writing in Chinese, if you are writing in Russian, if you are giving some emojis, that will be get converted into your characters. That is available, that facility is available in Unicode. That if you give some emojis is there, when you are writing or typing your text, which type of technique is using by today's programmer. They are using Unicode format. Okay, they are not using the ASCII character code. They are using Unicode character code. Okay, Unicode is universal character set. As the name depict, universal is there, so it is accepting all type of languages. So if we consider the example here, how we will type find out the type of any variable. There is a one keyword that we will use type, and then I will write the hello. If I'm not writing the type, then my result will be hello only. If I'm going to check the type of any thing, like here it is a string. Suppose I'm writing here, it is numeric here, then I will get int, float, whatsoever is there. Okay. I'm writing a string value here, so my type will be here is string. Okay, I will give you here the two examples. One is type hello. The result is type is string. There is also one difference that type is string. If I am going to print type, I am writing one character here, that is B. B stands for byte here. Okay. This data type or this type is not recognized in 2.x. Okay. This is only recognized in 3.x. I am writing B hello. Then my answer is same, that is type is string. Byte is not recognized in 2.x. Right? In the 3.x, if I am writing the same code as type as hello and type as B as hello, then my result is class string. Here you can find the result is type. The thing that we are using here is type as a result, and what we will get here is class. String comes under class, but in the previous version we are getting type as a class. Okay, there is no any word class in the 2.x, but when we are going to check the type, we get the word that is a class. String is under one class, and if we are going to use type B, then we will get the bytes. Bytes is recognized. Bytes is a class that is available in 3.x. Similarly, Unicode facility is available in both the versions. Okay, 2.x and 3.x. When you are going to check the type of hello as a Unicode, you will use U here as a prefix. Then the type is Unicode. If you are using type U hello in the case of 3.x, then my result is class string. There is no separate class for the Unicode. All the Unicode whatsoever is there in the Unicode has been depicted in the class string as well. Then the next is X range. Okay. In Python 2.x, range and X range both exist. In Python 3.x, only range function exists. We will cover it in detail when we'll go with the loops. Here I will just tell you what is a range and what is a X range for this example. Okay. I'm writing for, you're clear with the, there are some looping statements. One is while, for, and do while in the case of C or C++. But as the case of Python is concerned, there is only while and for is available. Okay. I said for I in range or X range. Here I am using here first is range and I am writing here 3. In the case of C++, how I have written this? As in the case of C++, it has been written as 4 I equal to 0, I less than I plus plus. What has been happened here that I am initializing the value from 0, but in the case of Python, I am just going to give the name of the variable here. The name of the variable is I. Okay, I'm not initializing any value here. Okay, my 0 is pending here. Condition is pending. How much your I will iterate? What is the condition? This is still pending. Only the variable has been declared. The increment is pending here. The whole thing has been depicted in 3 here. Okay. 4, I will work in range. How much range is there? If I'm not mentioning any range, then by default it will start from 0. Okay, and it will increment procedure by default if I'm not giving here any decrement here. Okay, that is later on part how we will decrement and how we will increment. For you, this is just increment part is here. Okay, and how much it works. I said I is less than 3. Whatsoever the value has been written here, consider it as a n value has been written. How much your loop will iterate? Loop will iterate n minus 1. Fine. So how much 3 will iterate? The 3 will iterate 3 minus 1 is 2. By default, it will start from 0. So it will iterate 0, 1 and 2. Means the last value will be 2, that is here. It doesn't mean that only 2 iterations are here. The iteration will not get decreased here. It will start from 0. So it will go till 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2. If I will write here 5 instead of 3, then my value will be, my loop will start from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. This will be my loop iterations. Means 5 times my loop will iterate. Okay. Coming to this part, I have written here for I in range of 5 or 3. Okay. Then I am going to print the value of I. As I have told you that I in range of 5. How much? I will iterate 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I said print the value of 5. This is the value of I. Your result will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. There is a one function that is called range function. Okay. In the Python 2.x, we are having x range as a function and range as a function. Working of both the functions are same. There is no any difference between the x range and range. Okay. In the Python 2.x, we are having both functions, x range and range will work. As we can see in the example over the slide that if for I in x range of 3, print I am getting 0, 1, 2 as a result. For I in range of 3, print I am getting 0, 1, 2 as a result. I hope this is clear to you. In the 3.x version, if we are going to use it, then for I in x range and print I am getting name error. Name error is there. If you check the previous slide, I said this is syntax error. This syntax is not acceptable. This is name error. This is your last topic of your syllabus, but you must be clear about the error, what type of error you can get. Okay. This is now not the mandatory part to cram here, just to focus on that which type of error you are getting. This is name error. Name error means x range is the function which is not depicted or specified in your Python 3.x. Right? For I in range of 3, print I am getting the result 0, 1, 2. The result is acceptable here. This is the other difference. The last difference is X error handling. There is small change in error handling in both versions. In Python 3.x, as keyword is required. Okay, I will tell you what has been happened here. This is again the last portion of your syllabus. But to check the difference, there is a one method that is called a try except method. I'm using the code here, try. Forget about the code that whatsoever I have written here. I'm writing here trying to check error, except name error as error, print error. Suppose there is some name error. That's why I have focused you in the previous slide that there is name error, there is syntax error. There are type of errors that are available in Python, right? Suppose there is some name error in your program. Only consider this. Then the result is name error, but it doesn't specify which variable has been given a name error. Okay, this is in 2.x. No variable name is specified that which variable is giving you an error. But in case of 3.x, the name of the variable, suppose the name as a variable has been used somewhere where there is some error in the variable name, you will get the name of the variable. Here you will get the name of the error. Here you will get the name of the variable. This is the other difference. Setting up your Python development environment. Now is we're going to install Python lively in your class. In the Google, you can search for python.org or you can direct use in the URL. I will write here python.org for the installation. You will get the first link as www.python.org. Just open that link. Then you will get downloads. There is all releases are available. In the all releases, you will find out the previous version as well. You will get the 2.7 version in your Python downloads. Here you will check you are getting the link looking for Python with different operating system, Windows, Linux, Mac or other. I didn't work with Mac ever, so I don't know about it. You can use either Windows version or Linux version. It will depend upon your operating system. Here it is download Python 3.10.2. I will just click it because this is direct for the Windows version. It is written that the latest version for the Windows. And this is the URL. You will download it. Download has been completed. Now this is the setup that you have to install. Here you will see there is a install launchers for all user that must be checked and add Python 3.10 to path. You must opt it. You have to click it. Then there is a install now option is available or customize installation is available. That is your wish. Whatsoever you want to go for, you can go. If you will write the customize download, then you will get this option. Must take in consideration all must be checked when you are going to download. There is a one if you will check, there is one PIP. I will go with back. It was not visible. This is your setup. This is your installation window. Both the option must be checked here. This is main option, add Python to path. If you will not set your path from here, then you have to set it manually. uh, you must know that when you're going to use C++, there was a path option, C users, whatsoever is there, whatsoever the path you will give, you have to set a path. Here by default, you can set your path from here. It will be get set here. Then you are getting two options. One is called install now or other is customize your installation. That is your wish, whatsoever you want to use. I will check here. Customize installation, documentation. PIP is important. What is PIP? How it works? That we will come on later on. As I have told you, there was a library module, or used the word packages in the previous lecture. Some packages are by default available in your Python ideally. You will just import it. You will just use it. And some packages are not directly available. You have to install it. If your pip installation has been checked here, then only you can install your packages. Otherwise, you will get an error. So make it clear that your pip must be clicked here. Then next, this is the path. I will check here install for all users. Precompiled standard library will be by default will be get marked. If we click over the install for all user, then I will install it. Now you can check the path. The path is C program files Python 310 is the name. I will install it. It will take few seconds just to download. The main thing is Python is a very light software. It is only of 26 MB. Okay. You the Python has been installed. I will just close it. Let's open me the after the installation, you will go to the search and open the ideally. Okay, I will share you the ideally. When your Python will be get installed, you will go to the search bar and type here IDLE. As there is one IDE is available when you worked with C or C++. That is called Integrated Development Environment. On the topmost, you can find out there is IDLE has been written. This is a Python shell. Okay, IDLE shell. The version has been written as 3.10.2 that you had been installed here. Here it is also written that version is 3.10.2. Okay. IDLE stands for Integrated Development Learning Environment. The word is same. IDE is Integrated Development Environment. IDL stands for learning here, learning environment. You can directly write your program here. Okay. I will tell you what are the different ways by which you can write your program. This is called prompt. There are three greater than signs are available. Okay. This is called prompt. Okay. If I will write here print, then I'm getting some option here, whatsoever I want to print here. Either I can write in double quotes or single quote. Firstly, I will tell you if I will write in double quotes. Okay. I'm writing here hello. Then I will press enter. My result is hello will be get printed on the shell. Okay. If I will write type of hello, you know type of hello is string. Okay. I will press here. The answer is class str for string. Okay. That means you can directly. This is just I am using one command here. Just a print values here. When you are going to print welcome to C++ or hello in your C++ code, whatsoever you have to write here, you have to add the header file, you have to add the word main section, then you will write the cout hello, then get ch. The code is of 5-10 lines जो आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. But in the case of Python, you will simply use the print statement, print hello. Okay? The other way is there is in the menu bar you will get file, edit, shell, debug, option, window, and help. In the file, I will come on later on whatsoever has been there. Firstly, file, there is new file is available. You will get untitled editor here. Okay, here I will write print hello, and in the file save as. Here it is written whatsoever is your file extension. Python file will be stored by .py extension. I will give the name as 1.py. Okay. Before saving it, it is not mandatory to write py here. By default, it will be saved as a Python file. Okay. There are some folders available. When you have installed your Python, this folder will be get created at the time. What is the meaning of that folder? I'm not coming to this right now. Just how to write a program, what is the data that I will cover in this part. What is the meaning of that folder that we will cover in our lab part. Okay. I will just click it save. There is some administrator restrictions are there, so I won't be able to store in directly in the folder. You will be able to store in your Python folder. Here I was getting one error, that is I have to store in the ACET folder because I am not working as an administrator here. Okay, but when you save your program on your system, you can save it. Then there is a run module. In the run, you can get the shortcut that is F5, or you can use here run module. Here you can find out hello as an answer. Again, I will tell you how you will open a new file. In the file, ideally shell folder, there is a one option that is called new file. I will share it with you. This is called untitled. Okay. On the topmost left corner, you can find out there is untitled has been written here. There is untitled. That means no name has been there. I will write a simple code that is print and will print the value hello here. Okay. There is no any restriction to put any semicolon here. Okay, as there was a restriction in your previous object oriented, there is no any restriction. I'm again comparing this with your previous programming language so that you must be clear how Python is different from your previous programming language, that is your C++. Then how will you save it? In the file, save as, give some name here. I will use one, as I'm not the administrator, so I can't directly use this folder. I will use ACT as a folder. My Python file has been saved. There is a one run option is available in the menu bar. You can either use the F5 as a shortcut key, then my result is hello. Then you will find out the path has been opted as C users ACT. Okay, which file I have run here is 1.py, that is one. This is the other way. Firstly, you can directly use the interactive shell. The other is you can use your new file here. What is the third other way is use the notepad. Search the notepad. Wait, I will share my screen with you. This is the untitled notepad. This is the third way by which you can write your program. Same thing I will write here, print hello. Okay. You know, by default, the file extension of notepad is .txt. As we are going to save as all files, I will write here one. I will use two because one has been created somewhere. 1.py. I will save it over the desktop. I have saved it. Now I will close my file here. Wait, I will share my screen. There is a desktop. In the desktop, you can find out 2.2.py has been created. This is your Python file. Now you can open this, edit with ideally. That means you can directly go with the ideally from here. I will open this. As an administrator, so there is some problem to open it. I'm editing with ideally. Your notepad file has been converted into your Python file. Then again you can run it. You will get your value as hello. Now this is the path. C user ACET desktop 2.py is your file name. Fine. You can opt anyway, but we prefer to either use new file from the shell or notepad as an editor. You can use the PyCharm. How to install the PyCharm, how to use it, that we will learn in our lab session. Okay. Why I'm not forcing you to interact with the IDLE shell? I can write over the shell, but you don't prefer to write over the shell because I don't want to save my program. When you close this shell, your previous output will be get diminished. Okay, you want to save your program, so you must use file. Okay, if I close it, now I will close it. Now I will Again, I will repeat it. This is ideally. Let me share screen. Now you can find out this is 2.py that I have created with the notepad. Again, I will run it. Then over the shell, you can find out the output is hello is here. Okay. As I have told you, there are three ways. One is with the shell, other is with the notepad, other is with the ideally editor. Okay. You must not opt the option of interactive shell. Okay, because this is temporary data. When I close it, suppose I am closing it. Okay, now I will open my ideally again. Let me share this screen. Now you can find out hello has been diminished. Nothing has been written here. Okay. So you want to save your program, you want to save your projects. So you must use that type of editor. Either you use the notepad, either you use the interactive shell editor. Fine. In class, I will write some commands over the interactive shell, but you prefer your editor only. Okay. Now is if I write a equal to 10 and b equal to 20 and I will write a plus b, answer is 30 is here. Okay. Suppose the same thing is I want to write a equal to 10.3, b equal to 9.8, and I want to print this as print. Whatsoever I want to print here is I will write result, then the value is a plus b. The answer is 20.1. You can print the value directly. You can add two numbers here. Here I am giving the values, constant values here. Okay. Then the print is I want to get my result as result is or sum is. I'm using result in double quotes. I'm not using the third variable c equal to a plus b. I'm not using that. I'm going to add a plus b. So I'm writing it without any quotes. And if you are going to print the value, as in the case of cout in your C++, you use that variable with the operators, extraction insertion operator, but here we will write comma here. Okay, then the result is 2.1. You can get the same code that you can write in your file as well. Okay, new file as well. This is you're setting up the Python development environment that we have covered here in the presentation. I have given you the link to install Python with the Linux or Unix operating system, and as well as your window installation system. Okay. You can use Python as a calculator. You can use your variables and use the functions directly. Okay. Plus, minus, multiplication, division is there. You can use the modulus as well. You can use the square as well. And this operator is used for your floor values. How does it work? As you all know how the other operators work. If I'm using 3 divided by 2. The answer is 1.5 is there if I am using division. If I use 3 with the floor value, then my answer is 1. That is the floor value. I can get the floor value by using this operator. This is called floor operator. Then further is basic syntax for Python. First is the Python identifiers. Okay. A Python identifier is a name. You are clear with what a identifier, which identify your program, which identify your variable. A Python identifier is a name used to identify variable, function, class, module, or any other object. An identifier starts with the letter A to Z or A to Z in the caps or in the small and underscore followed by zero or more letters, underscores and digits. You must all know that when you are going to give the name of the identifier, it must not start with any numeric value. It must not start with any special character except underscore. You can write underscore A equal to 10, but you can't write any dollar sign A equal to 10. Okay, this is all the same basics that is similar to your object-oriented. Python does not allow punctuation characters such as at the rate, dollar, or other character with identifiers. Python is a case sensitive programming language. Remember one thing, when you are talking about any object oriented language, that is always a case sensitive language. Here is an example, manpower and manpower. Here I'm writing here M as a capital. Here I'm writing M as in the small. Both are different and considered as different identifiers in the case of Python. There are some keywords that you will use it and come to know that these are the keywords that we are going to use in Python. Keywords are the reserved words. Then the lines and indentation. Python provides no braces to indicate blocks of code for class and function definition or flow control. As you are clear with, in the C++, we use parentheses to identify the flow control, to identify the over block control. Okay. But in the case of Python, there is no any type of parentheses are available. There is only indentation is available. Indentation means spaces are available. Okay. This is mandatory to give indentation in the case of Python. There is no condition to give any parenthesis in Python. Block of codes are denoted by line indentation. Block of codes are denoted by line indentation means instead of using your parentheses, you are using your indentation. Okay, wheresoever you are putting your parentheses, at that point you have to give indentation. You have to give the space. Multi-line statements in Python, you can give multi-line statements. Okay, use the forward slash and then you can give the multi-line statement in the case of Python. You can give your single or double quotes when you are going to use the or donate the string literals. As I'm giving the double quotes, it will depend upon you. You can write your string in single quotes as well. You will get the same result. Comments in Python, when you are going to give single line comment, then you will use the hash sign. When you are going to use the multi-line comment, then you will use the triple quotes in Python. Okay, firstly, I will share the IDLE and will write one program. Here I am writing triple quotes. This is our first program of Python in CS2. Then I will close this. This is multi-line comment. Okay. I will write program. This is single line comment. Program to add numbers. Okay. Here I will write A equal to 10, B equal to 20, this is the multi-line command, this is single line command. Here is the value of the variable A equal to 10, B equal to 20. Let's print the value of type of A. Okay. Then print type of B. Then get the result, print sum is A plus B. Okay. Let's run our program. Okay, if I will write my this code and I will run my code, then I will show you the ideally. Here you can find out there is one error that is called type error. Type error is unspotted operand type S4 plus. You cannot add int and string. B has become string. Okay. Now moving back to your here, what I have written here, I have taken B as a variable, but I have taken 20 as a string. Okay, in the single quotes, it will be considered as a, in the single or double quotes, it will be considered as a string. So I have made it as a string. I cannot add int with the string. So I am getting one error that is called type error. Okay. Syntax error will be when there is some problem in the syntax, then you will get syntax error. Now this is your type error. Okay. Now coming to, this is the value when you are going to add constants. Okay. But what is the thing when you have to give the value at the runtime? What will be the code? Then you will write A equal to input enter A. Input enter. Here I am going to just print the value of A and B. Okay. So when you are using your input function, then you can give your value at the runtime. Let's save it and run it. I will again start the Wait. Let's run this program. Run, enter A. I will write here hello. Enter B. World. Answer is hello world. Okay. When you use just input, then you can enter your string values. If I will write int and rest of the syntax is same, then I can give the integer value. Then I will add the two values a plus b here. Then run my code. Enter A, I will write 10. Enter B, I will write 2. The answer is 12. This is the way you can give your integer value. If you want to give your float value, then the type must be changed as float. And again, I run it. 12.3 and 3.4. The answer is 15.7. Okay. I will share you this screen where I have made the changes. As if I'm not writing anything here, just writing one input function, then it will be the case of string value. Okay. Again, I will write here. See, I will take another value, int. I will write input, enter C d equal to int. When I want to give integer values, then I will write enter d, then the code will be print c plus d. Okay. Similarly, if you want to give your float values, you will write here. I will copy. Instead of C and D, I will write. Just to differentiate you, you can use the same variable name. No, there is no any difference. Then you will write float, enter E, and then enter F, and write the float values. When you are not clear which type of variable you are going to take, then what will you do? Then here I will use E plus F. Then the other thing is that you will write here is use the eval function. Eval will take your all type of values. Either you are giving your string value, either you are giving your integer value or float value. Eval will take your all type of values, right? But if you are clear about which type of value that you are going to give, either it is an integer or float, then you can use your int, float. These are the different fields. Okay. I will run this program. later on. Firstly, you have to give your pole values. Now, if I will run this code, firstly, enter it. I will share my ideally with you to get the output. There is enter A that is of integer string type. So I will write here hello. Enter B, I will write here world. The answer is hello world. Then is enter the value of C. I have taken C as integer type. Okay. So I will write here C as 1 and D as 2. Answer is 3. Then I have taken E as float type. So I will write here 1.2. If you have declaring your variable as a float type, then you must give value in float. If you will give here integer value, you will get an error. Here I'm not writing here integer value, but you must check it. Okay, if I will get an error, my program will be halt here. I can't move further. Okay, I will write here 2.3. Answer is 3.5 is here. Then in the case of eval, I can give data type of any type. Okay. 1 and here I can give the value 2.4. Answer is 3.4. Multiple statement group as suite. A group of individual statements which make a single code blocks are called suite in Python. If any expression is there, then you may write. Then there is one colon sign is there, which is mandatory to give in Python. That is not a format in C++. But in Python, the expression will be like if whatsoever your expression that you will give, then put one colon sign. And instead of body of that block, I will write here suite word. Then instead of else if, I will write here elif, ELIF. This is else if expression, then suite, then this is else. This is for the multiple statement groups as suite. Okay. Or you may say your nested if else. Okay. This is your assigning value to the variable. The equal sign is used to assign value to the variable. The multiple assignment is also possible in case of Python. Suppose you are writing here A equal to B equal to C equal to 1. That means the value of A is 1, value of B is 1, value of C is 1 as well. But you want to give your B as a float type, C as your string type. Then what will you do here? You will declare your value here A, then it will be considered as A comma B comma C as A as 1, B as 2.3, that is floating value, and you can give string in C as hello. This is called multiple assignment. Then the data types. The following are the data types that are available in your Python. First is number, string, list, tuple, and dictionaries. In the case of number, you will get number data types show numeric values. Python supports 4 type of numerical types. That is, first is signed integers, that is int, long, float, and complex. These are the data types of numbers that are supported by Python. Then is the string. String in Python are identified as the contiguous set of characters represented in the quotation mark. You can either use double quotation or single quotation. Python allows for either pair of single or double quotes. Subset of string can be taken using the slice operator. So you have written one word that is called hello then you want only he from your hello. Okay, then you can slice it. We will do in our next lecture in detail how we will use the strings. In this lecture, we have already covered how we can use the numbers as an integer, as a float. You can use the other type that is complex and long as well. You can give that the type of number as well like this. How we will use this string that we will cover in our next lecture. Slicing means you can cut your string values with the indexes starting from 0 in the beginning of the string. The plus is used for the string concatenation and asterisk sign is used for the repetition operator. Okay. Now for the today's lecture, I will stop it here.